Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's Nick the Gardener. I'm in Wormtropolis at the moment and yesterday I came down here and it was really cold. The leachate was frozen. Sorry, the swimming pool under here was frozen. So I opened it all up and I took the temperature and the temperature was below 40 degrees. I was like, oh my god. So basically I opened it all up and there's still worms all at the top here, quite huddled together and stuff, and the rest, all the outside was quite cold. So I dug out a load of compost. Well, I turned the compost bins here and basically when it got the compost what was steaming, I dumped a load more on top and then got a load more fresh leaves and dumped that on top. So I put about another third of the volume in. I don't know if you can see these here, there's cocoons everywhere in here and the worms in here. Okay, this morning when I came here just a few minutes ago, it was nowhere near as bad because I dumped all this stuff in, all the worms in this top stuff. So what I've done now, I watched Sandra's video about when she's got her, I think it's called Gilligan, and she puts composting materials in there to get it warmed up so the worms stay warm and they can obviously move around if it gets too warm for them. So I've got lots of kitchen scraps here and I'm going to put it in this little hole I've made in the middle here and mix it up with some of these dried leaves, and hopefully that'll get it going again. And I've got a couple of 2 plastic bottles there with some warm water in. I'm going to lay them in there as well, and hopefully that will help the temperature a bit for them. So I'll stop you for a minute and I'll bring you back in a sec after I've just popped all this kitchen scraps in here, and yeah, I'll bring you back in a sec. Welcome back. So what I've done is I've just mixed in some of the vegetable scraps from the kitchen and ripped them up a bit more, mixed in a few leaves, and I was going to wet it down a bit, but everything's frozen up here. So I did actually use one of the water bottles there, which is, you know, lukewarm water, just to help the process of decomposition really. And I'm going to cover it back up with some leaves and the compost, and I'm going to put the other water bottle in down here or something to the side of it, and hopefully that'll help keep anything else warm in there, well, you know, the worms and what have you. So yeah, I'm just going to move all this back onto here now and cover it all back up and wrap it all back up. I'll perhaps take the temperature at the end, and hopefully it'll be above 40, but I mean obviously this is not composted down yet, but hopefully in the next few days this will get warm enough, if the temperatures stay cold, that it will keep the worms a bit more happier. So I'll just cover it all back up again. I'll bring you back in a sec. The leaves are back on top, the sheet put on top, got the foil on top, and then pop these little wool packages back on top, and I'll weigh all them down with some bricks and then put the temperature now is just below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, just below. So hopefully with that extra material what I've added in now, and it will get warmed up, and with a little warm bottle in there, there'll be a little warm place for the worms to go. So I'd like to say thank you, Sandra and Nana's Worms and Gardens, for that excellent little tip. I should have utilised it sooner really. I wasn't sure how cold it would have got, but now I'm on it now. I'll make sure that I keep coming down here every day, and if it's going to be really cold at night, I'll bring some warm bottles down and put them in there to keep it nice and warm. Well, thanks for watching. Cheers, and check out Sandra's channel. I've winterised the strawberry bed now on Worm Island, so I've managed to get some more leaves and popped them just 2 or 3 inches above the strawberries, a bit more around Worm Island there, and yeah, just cut some clips and a net, just clipped it down, so hopefully that should help insulate the worms in there as well. And oh, little robin's flying around, just sat there on a little post. I don't know if you can see it. Where is he? Yeah, on a little post there, just flying away. He quite likes sitting around by my compost bays at the moment. He's sat on the apple tree now, so there, or she, I should say. So I've made my compost bin. This one was falling apart a bit, so I've made this one a bit better. I've managed to get another pallet and take the slats off one side and add them all onto there, done the same to the bottom, so that's 2 halves there, so I've just got to unscrew them now to take it out and turn it. It's a lot easier on my back. So yeah, I turned all these yesterday to get the compost for the worms, and yeah, one of them was a bit anaerobic, to be honest. I think because of the amount of rain what we had, it was just completely saturated it. So I'm glad I got to turn them. I won't be turning them again this year, so hopefully now they'll sit there and compost down quite nicely until sort of January, and I'll turn them again. A quick look at the shed. Managed to get the window and the windowsill on yesterday as well. So yeah, everything's all looking good. So have a good weekend, everyone, and see you next week.